Benny, Marshall. 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 Oh my goodness. So I have not felt good at all this week. It's been a down week for me, to be honest. But today we get to go to the doctor's and see the baby through another ultrasound, so that would be exciting. It always makes me feel good. And so, but I can't believe how let me stand up. I can't believe how big I am already. Look at that. That's crazy. Like, is that possible? Is that possible? Really? I can't even believe that. On the camera it looks a lot bigger, but still, and even in real life, my belly is big, and that little peanut's only like this big. Oh my goodness. So at least I know this is my last baby, and when I have this baby I can focus on losing some weight. But that's not to be worried about right now. It is what it is. But we'll see you at the doctor's. Alright, well, we'll see you at the doctor's.
So the way the ultrasound sees is in shades of gray. Basically, it's the brighter or the whiter, the denser the harder. So the bones are the densest, so they're the brightest. Alright. So the other feature of sonar imaging is we're just seeing slices. So this ultrasound probe is kind of like a flashlight. There's a beam coming out the end of the probe. And what we see on the monitor is what the beam is shining through. So your little one's kind of burrowed down in there. Were you, have you been recently drinking water? Bladder getting a little fuller there too? Okay.
Was there enough water?
Well, as long as you drink, it's going to get fuller as I do some of the stuff.
Okay.
So as your little one moves around, it depends on what position it's in is what we're going to see best. So what I'm going to do here is slice through the head from side to side and show the two hemispheres of the brain. Okay, so we come down, wait for it to change its position. It's just burrowed its little whole body down in this low, deep area of your pelvis. So what I'm going to measure here is the length of your cervix. The cervix is later called the birth canal. And here I'm going to show that your cervix is long and closed and holding your little one in there. And that's a good thing because it has lots of cooking time. And then this black structure here, you see that? That's the fluid in your bladder. So with ultrasound, we're looking at shades of gray. The brighter the whiter, the denser the harder. And then we're looking at slices. So the top of the screen, always the top of the screen is where my probe is. And we're slicing through and looking at the face of the slice. So this little one likes to stay on its tummy and put its little butt up in the air. And you kind of see that? Now the little legs tucked in.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
So you could get around the side and see the gender, right?
Nope. But if I put it on this scale, because you want to know size, then the scale that I'm on right now is actual size. So that's how big it is. So if I put my finger out,
let's
you see
see.
that? So from head, you know, a little bit longer from head to tail as my index finger. But see how skinny the body is and the head a little bit wider?
Yes.
A little handful. But when I did your ultrasound last time, it was a tadpole, right? So now it's yeah. So they go from that tadpole to fetal stage in a pretty quick clip.
So now he or she has its fingers and
well, yeah.
they're still
Slowly, yeah.
Mommy doesn't believe me that it's a girl.
Yeah, and you know, you're going to find out because you're going to have that blood test. With the ultrasound,
It won't show here?
not at this early stage.
Oh, really?
Come down low, aim up high. And wait for your little one to wake up and turn over. So the way we're going to hopefully get your little one to cooperate is I need for you to turn and lay on your right side.
okay.
That didn't wake it up, so before it wakes up, let's get a heartbeat. Drop her down in there. There we go. Now what I'd like for you to do is turn and lay on your other side.
Okay.
Don't go off the table. I'll get in trouble. Just get a little table there.
See, she's a good napper. And I don't just mean mommy, the baby too.
Yeah, and at this early stage, they just don't do things for long periods of time. You know, their stamina is pretty short. But the heart rate is 161 beats a minute. The heart rhythm is normal. I'm going to fall back a little bit here.
A little lower than last time.
Well, that's what we need the bladder for, is to push it up higher. And then you just never know. You know, there's so much variability in how the uterus sits in the pelvis. Okay, back on your back. But you have drank water, right? You were drinking coming in. They told you to have a full bladder. I'm going to dig at you a little bit here. There you go. Look up you. Turn over. Okay, I'm going to freeze this real quick. No, not quite.
How big is that little baby so far?
Well, I haven't measured it, but I will.
Okay.
I was going to measure the length, but then it started moving. So I'm not moving. This is your little one in there.
Yeah.
So this is the backwards profile. It's looking away. Your little arm coming out. Come on, you. Come behind it. You just smush a little face in here. Now, you are going to get the blood work done, though? Is that the plan, or?
Yeah.
All right. So it measures at 73 millimeters. 13 weeks, 3 days. So it's measuring 1 day older than what your menstrual history indicates.
13 weeks, how many days?
1 day.
Today it's measuring at 13 weeks, 3 days. By your menstrual history, it's 13 weeks and 2 days.
Oh.
So what that tells you is that it has a good, healthy growth pattern.
How would you compare that size to,
It's normal.
I mean, in inches, or compared to I know sometimes they compare it to a piece of fruit or a ball.
Yeah. And fruit doesn't work for me because fruit's fat and juicy and they're long and skinny. I think at this stage, what do they say, a peach or something like that?
Oh, it's very still
Will
tiny.
you turn over? Turn over. Come on.
We walked over, so I wonder,
Come on.
does that put the baby to sleep?
Little Halloween shot. But usually we have the blood work done by then, because you can get that blood work done at 10 weeks. You know, anytime after 10 weeks, and you're already 13 weeks.
Yeah, the one they said at any time. The other one had to be in a certain time frame.
Well, one's after 11 weeks, and the other one's after 10 weeks. Now, is one the state program? Is that what you're going to have?
No.
Okay. And the reason I just have to clarify it is because if it's a state program, then that's a computer program that I'll get. I'm going to show that this little one has fluid in its stomach and fluid in its bladder, and that's exactly what we want to see. Let me just see if I can get a prettier picture of it here. There we go. Let's get the stomach in the same slice. So black is fluid. Here's the fluid in the bladder. I can't get that in the slice. It's too curled up.
I forgot to vlog about yesterday, about the ultrasound, so I'm just continuing from yesterday. And guess what the technician said? 70% chance that it's a girl. She did something that she could kind of tell. I forget exactly how she could kind of tell, but what she was talking about, I don't know, technical stuff. But so 70% chance. But she said don't go shopping just yet because it's still too early.
Don't go paint the room.
Don't go paint the room. But everything looked good. All that she did looked good. So that is very comforting. And what else? Oh yeah, when we first got there, the baby was sleeping on his or her face was down and kind of buried, and so it took a while for the technician to wake the baby up. And I think that's it. What else did they say? Or...
Well, we'll show the video too, right?
Yeah, yeah, I have the...
She's about the size of a peach.
Yeah, very little, and which is crazy because look at that belly. That doesn't seem possible. And now we are off to Vegas for Just Family's reunion. So wish us luck. We'll see you in the next vlog. Bye bye.